Okay, so welcome everybody and welcome Josette. We're so excited to have you on with us tonight. And um, I've been telling everybody about you and excited for you to share your story and been telling everybody that you're like the rap cash queen because that's what you are. And so I know that some people want to know how you do that. I want to know how you do that. I mean, I know some, but I'd love to hear some more. So why don't you start just by telling us where you're from and how long you've been in and why you got started.
Okay, so my name is Josette Duran. I am from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and actually tomorrow is my 4-year anniversary. So,
Wow. That's
yeah.
awesome.
And what
Congratulations.
else did you want to know? I'm
Uh,
sorry.
so you started around right after me and Amy did then because we just had our anniversary in September, August and September.
Oh, yep. It's going to
Yeah,
be 4 years tomorrow.
awesome. Okay, so you have a very unique story in how you started this. So will you just kind of tell everybody how you got started, where you were at when you found it works, that kind of thing?
Okay, so I have been seeing It Works pop up on my timeline for about a year. And it wasn't for the raps. It wasn't, people's business. I liked the conferences and the things that people were sharing. And I wanted tons of girlfriends. I'm a tomboy, so sorry I didn't get pretty for you guys tonight. But, I'm used to being around a whole bunch of men, and I'm a jock. I played college ball. And I just wanted girlfriends. And that's why I wanted to join. Everybody has their own reason, but that was my reason. And so after one conference, not one conference, but a conference,
Uh-huh.
in 2013, I believe that's when it was, somebody contacted me, and she came over and she wrapped me up, and I loved the results. I wasn't looking for that,
Mhm.
and so that made me a believer, and I decided to join. So I joined, and I didn't do anything with the business for about almost 2 weeks. I didn't do anything with the business.
Mhm.
And during that time, I had saved up some money because I wanted to purchase a home. It was time for me to purchase a home. And what wound up happening is I got scammed out of a house.
Oh.
So the realtor that I was dealing with, he turned out to be a phony. I was one of 8 women that got scammed. So it was my whole savings. I didn't have no money. I didn't have anything else. Where was I going to go? And how that happened was we moved in on a Wednesday, and that Friday, corporate America, right, had to wake up at 5 in the morning, out of the house by 6, and we wouldn't get home until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, because I'm a high school coach as well. So we got home on a Friday night about 9. It was like 9:17 that I remember the time. And we opened the door and flicked on the lights, and everything was gone. And I was just like, wait, Twilight, let me back up and come back in and turn on the light again, see if this is real, right? And it was real. And they took everything. We had it unpacked. I mean,
Wow.
every single box, every single picture, every single. I didn't have baby pictures of Dylan. How I had to get baby pictures of my son because everything was on, and all my belongings. I had to go to MySpace and and download pictures from there. I mean, it was we didn't have anything, you guys, nothing. And so I didn't have no choice but to go to a hotel. And it started getting expensive. I started running out of money. And we lived in my car. I became homeless. I couldn't afford some nights to stay in a hotel room. And we were living in my car, trying to depend to stay on friends to stay at their house. So it was a pretty rough time, and we had to start all over from a toothbrush to a comb to tweezers to face wash to everything that you can think of, starting all over. And I mean, not to go without a brush or a toothbrush. I mean, a toothbrush or a brush, it's, you never, until you don't have one, right?
Yeah.
But so anyways, and so I remember one night I prayed and I cried in the bathroom so Dylan wouldn't hear me. And, something just said, get up and open the door. And I got up and I opened the door and there was the 2 boxes of wraps. And I remember, because I didn't want this to be my business at first, right? Mm-hmm. So I remember my sponsor telling me, you can sell each one of them for $25. So light bulb went off. That was my first aha moment. And I thought, hey, if I can sell these 2 boxes of wraps, then we can stay somewhere. We don't have to stay in the car. And so I got to work and I got in front of as many people as I could. I had one shirt that I would wash over and over, along with the little clothes that my son had. Thankfully, he went to a school where they had, uniforms to wear. So I would wash them in the sink or in the tub, and I would blow dry them with the blow dryer. And I did the same thing to my shirt, and I woke up every single day, and I took Dylan to school, and I went up to people. That's the only way that I was going to be able to sell these, because I wasn't very good on social media. And I just got belly to belly, and I started sharing my wraps, and I got good at it. Got good at it. So I kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And from there, I just kept going and going and going and going. And I didn't have cell phones, you guys. I had to decide if I was going to pay my cell phone bill or have food for my son. When I first started, we didn't have the privilege or the honor, or we didn't have the choice to have 150 BD or auto shipment. We had to run the auto shipment. Yeah. So I made it, to this day, I still run my auto shipment because I need to sell the product, right? But there was times that second month when my second month I went Ruby, and I needed that paycheck. So I had to decide, am I going to pay my auto shipment, or am I going to not pay it and stay in a hotel room and live and stay in the car? So I chose to stay in my car. And that auto shipment saved my life. And I will always run an auto shipment, always. And that's, I went diamond my 3rd month, and I just kept running from there, and I'm still here, and I'm still doing the same thing 4 years later.
That's awesome. So tell everybody what rank you're at right now.
Double diamond.
Okay. Double diamond, which average income for a double diamond is about $5,000 to $6,000 a month, which is awesome, right? I mean, that's where, people can definitely be doing it, works full time for the most part with that kind of income.
Absolutely. And the chart says 6 to 8,000, and that's the average. And I wasn't going to be average. So my pay, I was making, at one point I was making 5 figures a month. So, it just depends on how you work and run your business. So
absolutely. That's awesome. So, tell us when you go, because I've seen you post now on social media where you are, you're out there, you leave your house in the morning, you've got your wraps in hand, you are ready to go to work, right? And so tell us, what does a day look like for you when you leave your house? Where do you go? What do you do? What do you say to people?
Okay, so I first wake up. I wake up every morning at 5 o'clock, and I do my follow-ups. I follow up with people. I message people. I do my posting. I do everything that I'm supposed to do for social media. And then we get ready. I leave the house at 7, and I get Dylan to school about 7:45. And I will sit in his parking lot for an hour, because by that time I have people messaging me back. And then out from there, I just decide where I want to go, what part of town, what part was I booming at last week, what part. So I like to go, I go sit at coffee shops when I'm working charts, things like that. But to make money, I like to make money. So I like to go to hospitals. I'll go to a hospital. I'll go to a mall market, where there's an outdoor mall area. And I just keep my eyes and ears open. So, and if I have a feeling that I want to blitz somebody, then I just go up to them. I mean, I've wrapped people at the ATMs. You guys see me wrap them in parking lot, in the airplane, at the Burger King bathroom, at a car wash, at emergency room, at an ambulance service. I mean, everywhere. And when I first started, that's what I would do. Now, where I've been doing it for so long, the blessing of it is I'm now word of mouth. Because I posted so much where I was rapping people, and I wasn't scared to show people, and I wasn't afraid to ask people, hey, can I just take a picture of your belly? I won't take a picture of your face, just to show people that you can be working this business no matter where you go. And so I lost my train of thought a little bit, but that's how, when I first started, and I just talk to people. I'm not afraid of no. I don't care if people tell me no. It doesn't bother me. I don't get sad. It doesn't shut my day down. I'm just like, okay, cool. Next,
Yeah. What do you say to people when you are, so say, you're hearing somebody or overhear somebody talking, whatever it is, and that first initial conversation you're going to have with someone, how do you approach that person?
Okay, first off, you look so pretty, Amy. I just wanted to tell you that. So let me undo this so do I have some, oh no, I'm not going to be able to do this. If I flip this, sorry guys.
That's okay.
Can you guys see me like this?
Yes. Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so let me back up a little bit because I'm all up on the screen. Okay, so when I go up to somebody, I just go up to everybody and I just say, and you guys probably heard it, and it's probably going to be like, really, it's that? But I do the same thing. I just say, excuse me, can I give you a coupon? I say that all the time. And it is a coupon. I see it as you're trying to hook them up with something, right? Versus, hey, I'm selling this. Do you want to buy it? So I simply say, excuse me, can I give you a coupon? They always say yes. I say, this is what it is, and this is what it does here. And here's my information. If you're interested, feel free to contact me. Or whenever you want to redeem it, please contact me. And then from there is where the conversation goes. So if I see somebody that's like, oh, I've seen this before, and oh yeah, I've heard about this. Okay, well, I'm going to reach into my pocket because I don't leave home without a dry wrap. Okay, and it's repertory over and over and over. I know when to pull it out and everything. So I pull it out and I say, look, this is what it is. I let them touch it, let them feel it. I demonstrate how they can put it anywhere from the neck down, how you can wrap 2 body parts. It tightens, tones, and firms up your skin within 45 minutes. And then I pull out my wrap. I have one right here. It'll take me 3 minutes to get it on you. Would you like to try it? With this coupon, it's for $25. 70% of the time, I'm always going to wrap somebody on the spot, because how I'm talking to you guys, that's exactly how I talk to them. Exactly. Of course, I have my It Works gear on. So I just got out of softball, so I have this on. Sorry. Yeah. And then it goes from there. So, but if they say, and this is a blitz for me, right? So if they just say, oh, okay, cool, thank you, and they stick it in their purse, I'm okay with that too. Because what do women do every 2 to 3 months? They change their purses. I don't have one, but they change their purse, right? So they're going to pull it out and they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember talking to this girl. And it's going to, they're going to remember it. So at one, you're going to plant the seed, right? That's exactly what it is. And then they're gone. Okay, now if somebody says, oh, what are you trying to say? That I'm fat? Because I've had people say that. You don't want to offend people. And I say, absolutely not. I get you. I used to be 130 pounds when I first started. So this is for healthy. It's to get you healthy. If you want it, that's fine. I don't mean to offend you, but it works great. And then by me saying that to them, always 100% of the time, I've never had one person be like, well, screw you still, bye, I don't believe you. They're like, oh, okay, and I learned that quick, and you just make it about them. And, and in that instance, I don't get people's numbers, but that's just me, because they're going to contact me here, right, if they want to say something. The only time, I shouldn't say never, I'm sorry. The only time I get somebody's number is when I wrap them on the spot. And that's because that's why I make so much wrap cash, and I have people coming back. They'll pay $25 every single time. Mm-hmm. Do I want it on my paycheck? Yes. But you know what? This wrap cash pays for mortgages. It pays for school fees. It pays for groceries. It pays for car payments. It's amazing. So I forgot what my train of thought was, but what was I saying?
Phone number, how you get their phone number.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I will get their phone number, because you just don't want to wrap someone and get their $25 and be like, yay, I call it double dipping. You want to double dip on them. You want to take care of them. That way they become your loyal customer, and not only you make money here, but you're going to make money here, right?
Right.
So I get their number and I tell them, you know what, I'm going to coach you. I use coach for everything. I'm going to coach you through this process. We're going to get the best results together, and I'm going to be right there with you. What's your phone number so I can check on you? They're not going to be afraid to give you their phone number, because you're being thoughtful. You're making it about them. And so all I do is, because I always tell, when I wrap someone, I tell them to leave them on for 2 hours, but that's just me. Plus it gets me time to get to where I need to go so I can check up on them, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I text them about 2 hours later. Hey, how did it, whatever her name is. Hey, Lisa, how did it go? Did you notice a difference? And, right away, and then I'll say, send me your pictures. And, more than often than not, we're our own worst critic. And, it didn't work. It didn't work. So you got to learn how to read results. That's important too, okay? Yeah. So I have them send it to me, and I tell them, look, you thinned out here. Your hourglass went here. You lifted up here. And they're like, oh, yeah, and they thank you. Okay, so then that's it for the night. Have a good night, whatever. And then the next morning, I just say 3 words: water, water, water. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Josette. I'm on it. I'm so excited. Okay, so that goes, and then that 72 hours, I'm just like, hey, girlfriend, it's 72 hours. Send me your picture right now, because I text them in the morning. And then you get them to be loyal customers that way. And you get to double dip on them. You want to take care of them. You don't want to be known as the girl that, oh, somebody wrapped me before and they sold it to me and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Okay, I love those too, because I'm like, I'm sorry that happened to you. You must have not had a great coach. This works wonders. I'll be happy to coach you through the process. Would you like to try it again? In about, again, 70% of the time, they're like, yeah, cool, let's try it.
Awesome.
Okay. Now, if you get somebody that says, because I've approached skinnier girls than me, okay, you have to have confidence. With me, I can stand beside Vanna White and Janet Jackson or whoever, and I'm still going to think I'm shit, right? I'm going to think I'm better than them, okay? Right? So you have to have that attitude, okay? Sorry, I said shit. Sorry. But, and then you get somebody that's skinnier than you, and they're like, oh, I don't need that. And I said, everybody needs this. This isn't, and then I'll flip it around, because they do have good results here on both the men and the women. I just happen to grab the man one. And I say, look, this is for your skin. You look absolutely great. You have a great body, but we're human. And when our clothes come off, I know there's that one spot that you just fight with all the time because you want to help tighten that up. Yeah. So that's what this does. I said, we all need our skin tightened. Everybody needs it. And then they calm down and they're like, oh, okay, well, I do work out. And I tell them, it's just going to enhance your results. That's all it's going to do. This isn't to lose weight. The side effect is weight loss, but it's to tighten, tone, and firm up your skin.
Yeah.
And that's it. And the important thing is posting. I'm going to say shit again. Who gives a shit? Who gets mad or whatever? This is what makes my money. Okay. And I post if I'm at the dumpster, if I'm in the wherever parking lot, and I tag where I'm at, and I'm like, who's next? I'm in this area or whatnot. And then I'll get 2 or 3 text messages that say, hey, are you still in the Southeast area? Just seeing that you were here. I'm like, sure, absolutely. What, can you come by my job? Sure. And I got used to doing that. I can go to Texas, which I don't know if you guys remember when I went to Texas one year and I made like $2,000. I stayed there for 1 week, and I went from Fort Worth to Austin to Houston, and all the way back up into little Las Colinas, I remember, and all these little towns in between. And most of it was me saying, I'm coming to Texas. And I had all these parties set up, and party after party after party. And for me, that's word of mouth. Okay, that's the Rap Cash part of it. Of course, we do want to grow our business, right? I mean, we all know that. But this is just one way, and how I get to people sometimes. I shouldn't say get people, but make them have an aha moment. On my team, you are not allowed to hold 1 box of wraps, because that's $100 that you're holding. If you go to your little stockpile and you have 5 boxes of wraps, you guys, that's $500. That's $500 that you could be making, and it's just sitting there because you're not doing it. We are told we can make money 3 different ways, and this is one of the ways. Everybody has their own niche, but don't cheat yourself out. If you have 5 or 6 boxes sitting there, hell, send them to me. I'll sell them.
You know what I love is that I love that this business is for everyone. I mean, like different types. And so Josette is obviously a coach. I mean, that's her niche. That's her background. Mm-hmm. And so she presents herself as a coach. I mean, like she's going to coach people. She's going to help people, get the results that they're looking for. And I love that you take your strengths and you apply it to your business, and everybody can do that. It's not just for one strength, it's for everything. So I love that.
Right.
So Josette, how much on an average month, how much Rap Cash do you make a month average?
Well, okay, I'm going to say average, because on my auto shipment to this day, I run 2 boxes of wraps still. And Bernard, which is my boyfriend, on his auto shipment, I run 2 boxes of wraps for sure. So that's $400 off the bat. But I don't only sell wraps, I sell the other products too. When you know your products and you know who you can, sell these to or whatever, I include that into my Rap Cash too. But if it's just wraps, it's anywhere between $400 and $500. Mm-hmm. And that's, but and I wish I can get me some wrap rewards, but that hasn't happened in like 2 years, 3 years. But I just flip money and I just get another box because I know I'm going to sell them. And every time BOGO comes out, you guys stock up. Get them because you can sell them. But in the months of December and January, I make over almost 2,000. And let me tell you why. Because people are like, how is that even possible? Because I have people breaking down, right? Is it real? Does she really do it, right? Well, that's when conference is announced, okay, in October. So I get 3 boxes of wraps. Bernard gets 3 boxes of wraps. I have my auto shipment. I have Bernard's auto shipment. That's already 12 boxes of wraps off the bat. So you have to be smart, and I get them in October, November. I forget whenever they announce, but I hold on to them until December. And people say we all know our business is slow during the October, November, December, but that's when this stuff comes in, and you can have Christmas still, and you can still make your business. Last year alone, I made over $8,000 in Rap Cash. You guys, that's just in Rap Cash. Wow. And I save it because I'm drowning at the end, and it, like I said, it keeps me loving my business because I know I'm still making money somehow. And I know I'm in the right place because who else can make money daily weekly, monthly, hourly. It's insane. And I think
awesome.
once you start doing it and doing it and doing it and seeing how it pays off, I mean, it's amazing. And another thing too, I don't post my Rap Cash. I don't post the money alone, but I do hold my card when I go to the grocery store, pretend I'm the grocery basket, and I'm holding this, and I just say, you know, I sold 2 of these bad boys and it paid for my groceries. Mm-hmm. You want people to know that they can work this business by helping people with Rap Cash, and that you're using that wisely, that you're using that where people can relate to. Now, I don't mean to offend anybody, but posting your Rap Cash and you bought a Louis Vuitton or you bought a smartwatch or you know, there's a perfect time and place to post things like that. Yeah. But when you have a lot of people watching you, you got to be careful. You got to be very careful about what you're posting. Yeah. And if they see that I'm buying groceries, I'm paying for Dylan's school, I'm paying for his insurance, I'm, you know, normal things that people can relate to, a light bill, a phone bill, right, something, you know, gas, then people can relate to that, you know, and then let them come in and let them decide if they want to spend their money on, I mean, I have a Louis too, but I'm just saying, okay, on a Louis or on a whatever, Michael Kors, whatever. Let them, when they're over a diamond, let them figure that out on their own, right? But if we show people that what we can do or what this money really does for our life and not for our pleasures, does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
They can relate to it. They can relate to it.
I love it. Okay, so let me ask you one last question here. If you have a team member that tells you, or if somebody tells you, I can't sell wraps, nobody wants to buy a wrap for me, what would you tell them?
Well, you haven't talked to everybody. And I just tell them, keep talking to people. And like Amy said, I think I don't even want to say luck. I think it was, like I said, something told me, get up off your knees and open that door. There's your answer, you know. I don't want to throw faith or God or anything out there because I don't know how everybody reacts to it, you know. But I think by me having that fire, and I heard, and he showed me that I can do this, that just like kept me going. I knew that if I kept doing it and doing it and doing it. So that's what I tell my team anyways, the story that I'm telling you guys. I really don't tell very many people, but I do bring God into it because this business did restore my faith. This business brought me out from being homeless. This business has allowed me and my son to bless the world. The world. And I would never be able to do that without this business. Without this business, I wouldn't have had extra money to buy extra lunch for a little boy. I wouldn't been able to set an example. And I'm always thankful for my business. And you can't lose the passion. You have to find it one way or another. Sorry, I'm going way off your whatever you're saying,
but it shows your passion.
But, you know,
I love it.
You know, and guys, I want to just tell you real quick. I'm going to share this with you, and I hope it's okay for me to say this, Jen, or while I'm sharing this, if anybody has any questions for Josette, type them in the chat right now while I share this, and then we can ask her a couple of questions. But if you back a while ago, what month was that, Josette, that was happening when the news came?
It was October, right?
November. Yeah, in November.
Okay. So Josette was on the news, and we were all like freaking out because like people were like calling, texting everybody going, Josette's on the news. And I mean, like it made national news because she just quietly, you know a servant's heart. And you're absolutely right. God's the one that showed you where those wraps were and said, get to work. I've given you your answer. I've got this help for you. And so she was able to take her blessings of all of this and just quietly, her son came home and told her that this, it was another little boy, right? That was not having lunch at school, was not bringing lunch. And so she just packed an extra lunch quietly. And when it came out that she was actually doing this, the mother of that little boy was able to thank her. And there's more to the story, but it was just that, then it blew up, because then the news found out and all these things. And so then she was able to share it with the world, what she was doing. But I loved that her servant's heart was, I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to do it. And she just took that blessing, and blessed someone else. And so just know that this business is life-changing. And I just love it. Does anybody have any questions for her? Let's see.
I don't see any in the chat, but if you do want to ask a question, you can unmute yourself as well.
Yeah.
And I want to, if I can butt in, I want to talk about parties. Is it okay if I talk about parties?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so so back to your question, people saying they're not selling wraps or whatever, I would bring up wrap parties. Okay, so there's a lot of people, I do wrap parties still. I have at least 2 wrap parties a month, because I know I'm going to get rid of my wraps and I'm going to make wrap cash. I mean, that's just a given to me already. So I still party to this day. But the people that you want to ask, okay, so people are saying, I can't get nobody wants to do a party. Nobody wants to do a party. And I ask, well, who are you asking? And so the questions I ask when I ask, who are you asking? Do they have a full-time job? Do they have kids? Do they have a husband that acts like a kid? Do they have to go do gymnastics and volleyball and softball? Like, is this a busy mom? And most of the time, 90% of the time, they say yes. And I tell them, well, you're asking the wrong people. Because if somebody asked me to have a party, and they still, to this day, jewelry, all kinds of people ask me to have parties, I'm like, are you kidding me? I barely have time to take a shower. Thank goodness for dry shampoo. But, I don't have time to have a party. I'm so sorry. So you don't want to ask those people. The people you do want to ask are the people that have told you before, Josette, I really support your business and I really want to try this wrap, but I'm just broke. You guys don't just leave it at that. That's an invite to a party. So that's when I turn around and I say, oh, I hope I'm not going to die. I turn around and I say, well, would you like to wrap for free? And then I offer them the free wrap party. They're going to wrap for free, invite 4 or 5 girlfriends to try the wrap for $25, and I'll let them try every product that we have.
Awesome.
That's great.
Those are the people you want to ask, are the ones that are not busy and broke because they like.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Did we lose her?
No. She's still there.
She's frozen.
She's frozen.
Can you hear us still, Josette? You're frozen. Okay. That was awesome.
It was good. It was really good.
Does anybody have a question that if she can't come back? I think I heard her say her phone was about to die. So if anybody has questions, I could always message them to her and we could get those back. But y'all, one of the reasons why I asked Josette to do this for us is because she is a no excuse kind of a gal. I think we lost her, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. Josette is a no excuse kind of a gal. You heard her story. She was homeless, broke, had nothing, and she just got up and went and did what she had to do, and she went and sold wraps. And I love that about her. And we've known her now for quite a while, for 3 years, probably 3.5 years. And so we've been hearing her story. And so I definitely wanted to have her come on. And because, yes, we want to sign loyal customers, but sometimes there's people on this team right now who need to pay, they need to put gas in their car, or they need to be able to buy food, or they need to pay their light bill, or they need to pay their electric bill, whatever it is. Wrap Cash can do that for you because it's immediate. And you just heard Josette talk about how she did that and how it completely changed her life. And so I wanted to bring her on so everybody could hear that perspective, because we've never really heard a story quite like hers where we talk a lot about Wrap Cash. And so that's why she was on. That's why I wanted her to share. And so I hope you guys were blessed by it. I hope you learned. I love it. I learned a lot from Josette, and she's just, she is just a no excuse girl. You heard her. If they tell you no, go find somebody else, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tony
Good.
says, I recently got the not now, I am broke message. I will be contacting them to see if they will have a party. Great advice. Love it, Tony. Okay,
And I was
y'all. Well,
gonna say, hey, real quick.
yes, Amy.
I was just going to say, one of the biggest aha moments when she was talking for me was when she's going out of town. If you're ever going out of town, I just thought of this, like she's posting, letting people know, what if you posted on social media and said, hey, how many of you, or, who knows somebody that lives in wherever you're going, and then they message you and you get with them and ask, okay, so I'm scheduling parties. Would your friend want to schedule a party while I'm there? That kind of thing. I loved that. And I was like, oh, why haven't I been doing that? So, there's a world out there that still doesn't know about us. So
absolutely.
So anyway.
I will, I'm going to be posting this recording on the team page so that you can watch it again if you want, or you can, I know some people didn't get to jump on tonight. So thank you guys for joining us. Went a little bit later, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it and learned some things. So y'all have a good night and we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Take care. Bye.